I'm down here at Hughes Water Gardens. I'm with Eamon. Eamon, we are in this amazing house with your tropical water lilies and your lotus. And the coloring on these plants is phenomenal.
It is. It's unbelievable.
Can you actually grow these in the Northwest?
You can grow these in the Northwest. This year, we're a bit cool. You have to put them out a bit later. But once your pond temperature gets up to about 70 degrees, you can move them outside for the summer.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, you're looking at just the coloring of the blooms, or just colors you don't see in a lot of plants.
The leaf.
Or the leaf.
This is called margination on the leaf, that mottling. And even if there are no blooms, the plant still looks spectacular in there. And you had mentioned the bud has those little speckles on it. It's just very, very pretty.
So how would somebody care for this? It does need to be protected in the wintertime?
Well, in the winter, you'd want to bring it into your garage,
okay.
And then you can let it, sit there for the winter and then bring it out again in the summer.
Okay.
But it'll really only bloom in our climate from about June through end of September.
Okay, which, if you have a bloom like that, that's a lot of spectacular.
And you don't need a pond for these. You can actually grow these in a water bowl.
Oh, really?
Some of the smaller varieties, one as large as this one, you couldn't, but there are smaller varieties that you could do in a small, maybe 18-inch, 2-foot, and they bloom 2 or 3 blooms a day all summer. They're very floriferous. Yeah.
And then, in the wintertime, they would need to be in the bowl in the water also, or do they?
No, they have to be in and then move into your garage so they're out of the frost.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then, lotus is another one.
Now, lotus are actually hardy. People don't realize that the lotus is a hardy plant. And it's hardy to zone 4, which is Chicago.
Wow, really?
But the difficulty in the Northwest is they need a warm water in the summer. So in Chicago, it's 95 during the day and it's 94 at night.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Here we typically drop down to 57 degrees at night.
So they need that warm. So are there tricks that you can do for warming the water?
There are tricks where we recommend people do. If you don't have a shallow pool that really does heat up into 75, 80 degrees all summer, you can do it in a water bowl.
Okay.
And to extend the flowering, what I recommend people do, just get a small aquarium heater, just a mini one, plug that in, it'll use very little power, and then that'll bring the temperature up to about 80 degrees, and then you'll get a lot of flower on it.
Gotcha. Yeah. And then winter time, is it kind of another one you need to move in, or can you leave it?
No, you can leave it out all winter. You will have to divide it every couple of years, which means you're going to end up with 10 or 20 of them. But sometimes that's not bad.
Right.
But I mean, the color, we can have a look now at some of the close-up of the flowers. That would be a good thing to do.
Right. Yeah, because let's take a look at because the inside of a flower is just as spectacular.
This was a new variety. I got some seeds out of China, and it's just spectacular. You have that. And the other interesting thing is for children to see this, anyone who knew Mercury as a child, water just beads on it.
Oh, that's so cool.
You can't wet the leaves. It's a fascinating thing. And they're using that technology now in clothing.
Oh, really?
They've worked down the nanofibers on this. They're doing that in clothing now to do it.
And it looks like there's lots of different blooms,
lots of different
doubles and singles, and
this is a truly spectacular, larger one.
It's almost like a large peony.
Isn't it? Yeah. And then you have that seed pod in the center. People may recognize that from floral designs.
Yes.
They'll have the dried seed pods, and those little bumps on that are the actual seeds. And there's that big.
Yeah, just the leaves on their own is pretty cool.
It's fascinating.
So if you're doing, looking for something different for your pond or to put on your patio, wanting to do a large bowl and have this tropical look, you can, definitely make sure you come down to Hughes Water Gardens, visit with Eamon, visit with your staff, learn all about, the lotuses and the lilies, and pick up these tropical rare things, or get the stuff that you need for your everyday pond.
Every day, thank you.
So Eamon, it's always a pleasure to be down here and to see such cool flowers.
Thank you for coming by. Take care.